Hi, welcome to Tarot Time. Welcome to the Medium channel, where we do our weekly tarot forecast and energy update and use other divination tools to kind of get a glimpse of the week ahead, what's going on energetically, what's going on maybe with you personally or in the world around us or our community. And we also have a meditation card. So if you're watching this as a video, hang in there. I'm just going to say a few quick hellos while the live people are getting their notifications. Anybody that missed the multiple memos, which I know that happened because it's all through social media. Not everybody's going to see the post. So if you were here at 11 and didn't know that we were starting at 12 today, I apologize for the inconvenience. But we are here now. I had a late night event, and also tonight at 7 we're going to do the new moon activation. We just hit a new moon in 20 degrees Pisces. I've got information on that in a separate live stream that's on the channel now. It's now an upload, a replay, so you can see what's special and unique about this Pisces new moon. It's Pisces is kind of a nebulous sign. It's Neptune guided, Neptune ruled. So there's kind of that. It's very good for things like meditation and expansion and connecting to spirit and stuff like that. But it's not the best for like pinning down like schedules or being on time or being really clear minded or stuff like that. So anyway, let me say a few quick hellos and we'll get started. Let's see who's in. Hi, Angela, Yvonne, great rising. Yes, it's noon, but it feels earlier. Welcome to daylight time for those states that are doing that or countries that are doing that. Good morning, Mr. Floyd Channeling and Millie again and Colleen and okay, there's a big lot of people. Or a lot of comments. Hit that like button. Thank you for that, Jody, and welcome. See you at noon. I see what happened. This was all like the I get it. These you guys that were here at 11, so you're having a little party without me while I was kind of drinking tea and saying, "Oh my God, my head! I've got to get myself together." It's a Pisces new moon. I just did like 4 hours of mediumship the night before, and then like another 3 or 4 the day before. So anyway, welcome from Hudson, New York. Here we are. We're across the stream, the Hudson River, aka the Hudson River, up here in Phoenicia. And then, of course, unexpectedly, although I suspected it might happen, I had to drive through snow once I hit the mountains last night. Although it did turn to rain, so it's kind of like wet. Like the roads were white, but they were slushy. Anyway, it's interesting. So, are we ready to do a little bit of tarot stuff? So what I like to do first off is do a meditation card and everything. I just Suzette, hi. If I missed you earlier, hi Suzette. Oh, okay. So well, if you need to leave in the middle, we'll miss you. But great, you're gonna see your mom and your daughter are gonna get connected. Um, and what's Katie saying? Confusion, world not preferred. Well, I guess he'll say, yeah, I'll stay here and here in the woods for a little while until the moon goes into Aries, and I'll come out again, which is going to happen. I think tomorrow. In fact, I think later. No, today it's going into Aries later today. We might even be in the void of course moon already. Hey Donna, welcome to our chat. We have a little bit of a community thing that goes on here Sunday mornings on tarot time. So we do our tarot stuff, our divination, our messages and all that, and then we have a pretty lively conversation. I don't know if it's going to come up today, but sometimes we get into these um well, sometimes debates, but conversation about like what's going on in the world and what it might all mean. Yeah, we are in the awakening. If you guys caught the new moon forecast that we did live a couple of days ago, you would know that you know it's not so much prediction, but rather more energy forecasts. I'll put it that way. That sometimes I'll get or I'll see specific things, but usually it's just sort of feeling the energy and kind of giving you a heads up that way. But Pisces new moon, 20 degrees Pisces. This is like we're really in that final stages of what I've been calling the Great Purge since around August of last year of 2023, since around the Lionsgate portal period up until now. And then we start to really shift more into that Aquarian New Earth energy. So what's after the Great Purge? The Great Awakening, right? Or more awakening or more expansion. I feel like Spirit's saying it's awakening, but a lot of us are undergoing awakening already. So we call this, I think they've given me the name, the Great Expansion, being the next phase. So for the next month or so, it's good to do things like cleansing diets and doing meditations to clear energy and doing shadow integration work and stuff like that. I'm about 3 weeks now into my um, diet to heal my gut and to clear my gut and to do cleansing. So for the time being, for another 5 weeks or so, I'm not eating any grains or legumes and things like bone broth and L-glutamine. I call it gut food, and it's very good. In fact, I think even when I'm done with the diet, I'm gonna have like a cup of bone broth every day. My body seemed to really want that. It's like, even though I don't like the taste, I put a lot of salt in it, lots of salt. I'm like, but my body's like, yes, more. And the ironic thing is, I do chicken bone broth, and I'm actually somewhat of a vegetarian. I guess not anymore if I'm doing chicken, and I've been eating fish and eggs and dairy, because this diet really favors meat eaters, not vegetarians so much. But anyway, so healing the gut really heals the body, and I really felt like it was time. I hadn't done this for about 8 years, and I had you're definitely feeling some things in my body that I wanted to heal and clear up. So we'll see how that goes. And Katie's saying celery seed is good. I've been doing like celery juices, so celery seed is really good. Earbuds change channels. Okay. Um, Yeah, you're welcome, Miss J. Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, there's other supplements. L-glutamine is real good. Lots of coconut products, lots of probiotics and probiotic food. So I've got my raw sauerkraut and all that good stuff. And I rely on Pacifica. I don't make my own bone broth, and so I buy Pacifica bone broth. And it's a super moon. Yes, it is blindly part. It's super, and this is the largest new moon of the year. So this is the super new moon. Next new moon is the solar eclipse. So it's the new. It's still a super moon. So the new moon is large, and the sun is about in the middle of its size. So the sun, from our perspective, is the largest in January and the smallest in July, because it's a little farther. It's about 93 million miles away in July, 92 million miles away in January. But the moon is at its closest, so the disk of the moon is covering the entire sun, so it's a total solar eclipse rather than an annular or ring of fire eclipse, like the last eclipse season. The eclipse was a ring of fire eclipse, so it has a different effect. They're both unique and beautiful in their own way, but this one, day turns to night, and you get to see the coronas of the sun when so I'm praying for sunshine and heading to Western New York to view it. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, so I'm mixing cards up, and we're going to do our meditation card for the week. And I'm kind of looking at your comments also. Miss a minute, but salty taste. Okay. Yeah, lots of tuna, egg, and things like that. So, but also some intermittent fasting I've been doing as part of this, and juicing. So I've kind of been mixing it up a little bit. And I noticed, just the other day in the mirror, I was noticing that my skin's starting to look a little better. So I think the cleansing is in progress. So again, very advantageous through the end of this lunar cycle to do cleansings. Whatever that means to you, physically, emotionally, energetically, combination of all, and you'll be right in sync with everything doing that. Then the next new moon, it's this powerful solar eclipse. It's an Aries new moon. It's going to be 19 degrees rather than 20 degrees. So we come off the string of 20 degrees new moons, and then we have the full moon, which is an eclipse, a lunar eclipse at 5 degrees of Libra, and then we come off the string of 5-degree full moons, and it starts to change, which means it'll go to 4 degrees and then 2 degrees the next month. And then we have what's called an astrological blue moon, where there'll be 2 full moons in the same sign. I don't have my ephemeris, but that comes up, I think, probably June or July. I'm just doing like loose calculations in my mind right now. So bear with me. So it's been a busy week, yes. And drink lots of water. Thanks for that reminder, Blindly Inspired. That's always all part of it. So heal that gut. That's important. A lot of people that are like nutritionists and that are more like not mainstream, but maybe more natural. I've heard the gut being called the second brain, and I can see that because the large intestine, we have our small intestine, I mean, are like 20 feet long. They kind of look like your brain. So if your gut's healthy, your mind gets clearer, basically. And so does your heart, because as we often talk about, the heart and the brain are really 2 parts of the same system. So when we bring the heart into coherence, it helps to bring the brain into coherence. We usually work that way because the heart's stronger. The heart's the largest electromagnetic generator in the body, and the brain's the transmitter receiver of that information. But you can also work on creating brain coherence to help to make the heart coherent too. I mean, right? If it works one way, it's going to work the other way too. So anyhow, let me shut up for a second and let spirit work through me so I can pick our meditation card. I just need to take a breath, clear my mind. I'm as I'm doing that, I get spirit messages sometimes, clairvoyant messages. They show me oh, I see, it's a mailbox, but the flag's up. That's outgoing messages, like sending mail out. Talk to your loved ones. A lot of you probably have situations where you need to communicate something, or need to give somebody a gift or a healing or something like that. I want to say, but the other side of the mailbox metaphor is receiving information, receiving gifts from spirit. And they're showing me owls now, so that would be a lot of us are in this Piscean new moon, which makes a lot of sense. Maybe more open to spirit and more open to feeling your loved ones that have crossed over, your guides and angels. So maybe while we're in that new moon energy, and they show me writing, so I think they're saying, do a little bit of automatic writing or do some meditation, ask your guides to come through, and then journal at the end and stuff like that. So meditation card for the week is chosen by spirit through me. And new beginnings, the Fool card. So this is a very unique energy because it's not only key 0, which is spirit before manifestation. We talk about the number 0 occasionally on tarot time, but when the Fool card comes up, I don't know if you can see the 0 here, but when the Fool card comes up, we can talk about it again, because that's like the void, spirit before manifestation. What's 0? It's nothing, no thing, nada. Rien. uh, and that's beautiful, because the void, it's like the cosmic womb in a way, and the 0, if you use your imagination a little bit, it's shaped loosely like a yoni, whereas the 1, which is the first number in the manifestation, that's shaped more like a phallus, right? So it's got that yin and yang quality, or active, passive, male, female, however you want to look at that. And then when you come into the number 2, that's the duality. So that just shows that the physical universe works on a fractal principle of the interplays of zeros and ones, or of opposites, or the binary code. And then when you introduce the number 3, then you have the frequencies. So 3, 6, and 9, like 3 and all of its multiples, are the forces that act upon the fractal universe. And I mean, fractal has a few different meanings. So what I'm meaning is self-replicating, like the universe would just keep self-replicating into infinity if there are not forces acting on it. And that's where number 3 plays in. And 3 behaves differently in numerology than any of the other numbers and its multiples. So anyway, long story short, these are the forces that change the fractals, that change the replicating pattern of the universe, basically creates our reality. So energy is cultivated through thought, through emotion, through breath, through energy, through connecting to spirit. And when we're able to do that, we are able to start to bend reality. We start to be able to connect with energy and direct energy flows. In other words, manipulate energies in order to change, bend reality and change our lives. And if we do that collectively, we can change the earth. So let's start with that individually, and maybe work this week on what new beginnings do you want? What do you want to create in your life? And feel it. Feel it in your heart. Again, heart and brain. Feel it in your heart. See it in your brain. Seeing doesn't mean just clairvoyance or imagery. Seeing can be feeling, hearing, tasting, touching. But the heart is again, it's the battery, the generator. So you feel it in your heart, see it in your brain, then you send a signal, a powerful signal to spirit or the quantum field, and you start to create that in your reality. So for a lot of us, with the Fool card, a new beginning, the Fool card, in the Morgan Greer deck, you don't see it as clearly, but he's got his little bag here. He's got his ally here. His spirit, his guides, his dog. He's got a white rose. The screen is opposite. It drives me crazy on StreamYard. And he's kind of stepping off into the precipice. He's looking out. He's not looking down. He's stepping off in the precipice. So the wise fool is the one that takes the appropriate risks and steps out on a limb. The foolish fool is the one that just throws all caution to the wind. So it's always a question of balance. But key 0, spirit before manifestation. So when you do your meditation, and you can use your own Fool card if you have your own deck, or you can take a mental snapshot of this one. The idea is you get very relaxed and present like any other meditation. Feel your energy, so be aware of what you're feeling, and then in your mind step into the card. And then how do you feel differently as you step in from one reality, which is the room that you're meditating in, into another reality, which is the energy of the card. And then you see the whole panoramic view, not just the window or the doorway here. And what message does the Fool have for you about your new beginnings, where you need to take appropriate risks, or where you need to pull back and not be too risky, basically. And only you and your spirit, your higher self, will know the answer to that, basically. But these guides will help direct you to that answer. That's why they're guides. They're not here to give you the answers. They're here to point you in the direction of truth so you can find your answers. That's how you evolve. That's how you learn, and that's how you grow, basically. So that's the message from the Fool card. Enjoy meditating. This is a beautiful light energy. It's very airy, very, very, very childlike. You're very full of surprises, basically, and it's it's the court jester also, the one that makes people laugh too. So anyhow, so next on the list is doing a 3-card spread, and I just want to White Rose Purity. So yeah, I like to flash these when I can. Thank you. So many new beginnings. Thank you for that. Um, and and Huda did some wonderful video. Yeah, I saw them and I haven't gone to them yet, but I actually plan to watch those. I don't know if Huda is in today, but beautiful stuff that he does on his channel. So Millie de la Prida has a YouTube channel. And Mr. Floyd's channeling has a YouTube channel where he does channeling with Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and a whole host of other goodies. And Wait, you keying the McDonald's jingle? Love it. All right, very good. White dog is loyal. Yes, I think I posted that. Um, all right. The hero's journey. Thank you. Or the fool's journey. So the minor are major. I'm sorry, the major arcana of the tarot. Um, it starts and ends with the fool. Now, modern playing cards were made after the tarot. Um, they were fashioned after tarot, which makes sense. There's four suits, there's numbers, there's court cards, and then there's the Joker. So the major arcana of the tarot survived as the Joker or the Fool in playing cards. So that's the only way that it survived. But the Fool's Journey takes you through all the 22 steps, which there just so happen to be 22 paths in the tree of life in the Kabbalah, and 22 Hebrew letters, and 22 is a powerful master number. It's just by coincidence, right? But each card so goes from the Fool to the Magician to the High Priestess to the Empress to the Emperor to the Hierophant, all the way through the steps. And these are different steps or I mean, I want to call them archetypes, but they're not really archetypes a la Carl Jung's archetypes as they were. They're more like energetic levels. I'll put it that way. Levels, steps of spiritual awakening or the spiritual journey. So it's called the Fool's Journey, basically. Yes, new beginnings. Yeah. And yeah, we got the Fool, new beginnings on a new moon of new beginnings also. So that's interesting as well. Thanks, Donna. In case you guys miss her comment, we will post it for you. We can do that. I have the power to do that. So let's do a 3-card spread. Anna's always saying 22, and I'm in my 22 year in numerology. I'm an 11 life path in my 22 year. If I can't master something this year, I'm hopeless, basically. 11 life path, 22 year. I think we can do this. No, we're starting by mastering YouTube. I'm on June 21st, so this channel will be 4 years old. I think 3 or 4 years. Although it takes one or more lifetimes to really master anything, but everything being relative. So what I want to do now is a 3-card spread. Edgar Casey was a 22. Thank you, Blindly Inspired, for sharing that with us. And I got the wrong comment, but anyway, the Sleeping Prophet. All right, is this mixed enough? They're saying yes. Do I need to? No, I don't. Okay. It's beautiful in today's world. I can talk to spirit and appear that I'm talking to myself, and I don't get carted away, to the institution. It's a beautiful world. Well, we're getting there anyway. There's a lot that we need to get through in order to get to that real pristine beauty that we're heading towards in this age of enlightenment now. So you're a 7 life path. That's a great number. So you're going to be very activated by this Pisces new moon, because 7 is Neptune guided in numerology, and so is the sign Pisces. Yes, and yeah, and is an 8. Yeah, I'm an 11, right? So and is an 8. At one point, I'm going to do a numerology video. We're going to start our Thursday uploads again. We took 6 weeks off as we're building a website. And by the way, it's 7 o'clock tonight. We're doing the new moon activations. It may be just me. Heather's on the docket, but she's a little under the weather. So if she's feeling better, she'll join us. If not, then you're just stuck with me. We don't have the pretty one. Just kidding. But she'll be here in spirit, whether she's here physically or not. And for those that don't know Heather Istar, she's a brilliant energy healer, and she does beautiful healing transmissions for us here on the Medium channel, as well as edits my videos and does a lot of the behind the scenes work here for the Medium channel. So she's really part of the channel that you don't always see. So anyway, I need to clear my mind so that spirit can guide me. What does Adam say very often? When you're thinking, you're not connecting, and when you're connecting, you're not thinking. So I need to stop thinking for a second. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Right. And then when I'm really there and I'm not thinking, it's like I almost feel like tingling in my hand, and I feel like spirit just kind of nudging me in the right direction. So that's what presence can do. When you become present of mind, you become present of heart and present of spirit also. Okay. So this is interesting. So these are the cards that we got. The five of cups, followed by the ace of pentacles, which is also new beginnings, followed by the queen of cups reversed. Um, a lot of letting go energy. It's kind of like new beginnings, letting go of old stuff's kind of mixing in. Now, energetically, like this is sort of a forecast for the week. So the energy may not always be happy, but it's fine to purge, like this whole like Pisces energy. I mean, it's very watery. Pisces likes to cry, likes to purge. It's cleansing. It's okay. And I think for the next week, even though we're in a waxy moon, which is usually an energy buildup, this has a different flavor because it just feels like a lot of the energy is really about letting go, and it's been a theme for months, if not the last couple of years. But ending friendships, ending relationships, things that no longer serve your new or renewed value system in your life, or the new energy as you're continuing to evolve and grow. Different people evolve differently. Not everybody's ready. I feel like Spirit's saying, rather than get angry at people or try to defend your position, or try to talk them in, or convince them of your side of things, pull back a little bit. And sometimes pulling back doesn't mean that you're ending a friendship or a relationship. Sometimes it just means taking a little bit of a break or time off, because it's a very internal energy. I think that's why the Ace of Pentacles is right in the middle, because Ace is 1, and it's just kind of gives me that very kind of internal kind of feeling, like what's the right word? Not necessarily isolated, but really kind of stepping back and re-examining your own values. And the Pisces new moon is good for that. And because Pentacles is also about money and security and the material, a lot of this could be in terms of like values when it comes to money or your job or work. If you're questioning the whole system, of your job, or whatever, or your business, but more likely with your job, because most people that work a job like the 9 to 5 grind and all that, they're not really making, they're not on a path to create wealth in their lives, not so much anyway. They're more on a path to be serving another party and helping them to attain wealth, which would be your company basically. And then you get paid enough money to have food, have a place to live, maybe have some time off, but basically to come back the next day and to help other people to attain wealth. I think one of the things they're saying is some people, not so much in this community, because a lot of you have done a lot of your work and see through the veils of illusion more than others. But we have to get past that programming that the money is somehow anti-spiritual or somehow negative, because it's just energy. And frankly, if I had more money, I can invest in more classes and learn more. I can travel more and teach in other places. Like money is freedom, it's energy. It's the physical counterpart to the spiritual principle of abundance, and everything in this physical universe that exists in abundance, from the abundance of cells in my body, the abundance of air I'm breathing. And I'm looking outside, and I can probably see a million trees just from my window, and each of the trees has branches, and there's millions of birds. It's something that Bob Proctor, when he was still in the living, from the movie The Secret, would say a lot about. He would talk a lot about the abundance principle, like how, we are in an abundant universe. So if we're experiencing lack, that lack is in our mind. It's a programmed thing. And for a lot of reasons, there's the depression, there's the systematic programming in the society to make us feel like money is scarce. Money's not scarce. It's just that our mindset's scarce. And to get from where we are, point A, to where all the money is, the government, it keeps printing more and more money. There's trillions upon trillions of dollars out there. To get from point A to point B, we have to eliminate something that inhibits us. And again, it's programming. It's how we're socially conditioned. And again, with the Fool card, he's not here, but he was our meditation card. Again, we still have to separate the wisdom from the foolishness, like understanding that money is abundance and energy, and it's all out there. Doesn't mean that you stop working for it, or we need the balance. So hopefully that makes sense. So anyway, some of you may get new jobs. I can think of a couple of you, or at least one of you on the thread now, that may be looking for that, or maybe not. Maybe you're just looking to grow your own business. But whatever the case, some of you may be getting some money, some help, new job, new perspective on that, new ideas or stuff like that. The Queen of Cups reversed, and then the Five of Cups. This is all about letting go for me. It's and energetically out there, people, you may find people are very emotional this week. So kind of be gentle with people a little bit. Pack a lot of patience on the outside. It's not really an angry vibe. It's more like a sad vibe, like a mournful kind of an energy. So I think, there may be things that come up in the news, or just a lot of things coming up in people's personal lives where they're really just kind of like, having to let go and sad about it and stuff like that. So you may find that, or you may go into a little bit of depressions here and there. If that happened, one really quick way, I mean, there's a lot of ways to shift the energy, but breath work, it's really amazing for that. And just simply like long deep breathing, and feel like this, if you're depressed or down or sad, or whatever it is, sometimes what I like to do when I get into those moods is visualize that the sun is shining on me, and as I inhale, I draw the energy of the sun into my heart, and just feel that happy yellow energy in my heart spreading through my whole body, whatever. Then as I exhale, I consciously release stress, sadness, depression, and stuff like that. And do that for 3 minutes. Now you can also work with breath of fire, is very helpful for that also. Kind of equal inhales and exhales from the diaphragm. Or you can check out a yoga class. We happen to have I don't know how many yoga classes with Doreen's Children's School of Yoga right here on the channel, but we have a playlist of yoga classes taught by Doreen, who's part of our community, who's on with us right now, basically. So hi, paws and hands, and anybody else that I missed that just came on. Hi. And remember, whenever the Five of Cups comes up, there's two cups that are still standing. Don't keep looking at the ones that are full, and the two that are still standing. So sometimes we have to give something up to get something, basically. So it's kind of like I'm thinking about sports now, that when you get sports trades, you want to get better players, but sometimes you have to give up good players to get better. So anyway, I don't know why that popped up in my mind. The other thing I'm noticing is this little archway here in this card. I feel like for a lot of us, it's also about another level of awakening. It's almost like this feeling like, if we can really be in our heart, that's another way to work through like depressions, anxieties. Do the heart brain coherence work that we talk about all the time. There's probably at least a half dozen videos via upload on the channel, as well as plenty of live streams that we talk about the practice. It's really just learning how to connect with the heart, to be present, to be grateful, feel the present moment, feel grateful, feel compassion, hold magnify frequencies of that, feel how the heart and the brain blends and what you're feeling in your heart feel with your brain, and to really sit with that. And if you can really open the heart that way and connect the heart and the brain, it really helps to uplift the mood also. That's part of what it does. It changes the hormonal balance of the body, so literally brings in more like of the endorphins, or the endorphins, but the other one, I forgot what it's called. Um, Anyways, it helps with the balance. It helps to fight depression, basically. So anything else with that? Yeah, I just feel I'm looking at this person, just let it go. It's new beginnings. We got the Fool card, we got the Eights. It's new beginnings. New beginnings happen when old things leave. Basically, we create room, we create space. So she's upside down. She's emptying her cup. She's letting things go in order to be refilled with this Ace of Pentacles, and you see all the good stuff. Anyway, I think that's good for that. Hi, paws and hands. I talk a personal hello. Let me see what I get from my Native American cards also. This is the Native American tarot. You're welcome, Millie. Yeah. So there's an agreement. Always safe. Or some book. Nothing is lacked. Just maybe. Yeah. That's a good way to look at it too. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Oh, sobbing's not never any fun, but when you're done, it actually you feel good. Letting go ushers a new beginning. Yeah, and and as I often say, letting go happens starts with embracing, basically. Like if I don't embrace something that's hard, that I can't really let it go. Basically, I have to embrace it, and I think that makes sense. And then it's very easy to let go when I don't need anymore with that. So anyhow, this one. Thank you. Um, the wish card. Well, we like the wish card. Yeah, this would be synonymous with the Nine of Cups in the standard tarot. Let me see what they're doing in the symbolism. See, what I'm seeing here, like you or you're this person, and we've got our goals set. We're ready to receive, and we have a team at our back, like whether it's our friends, our community, or our spirit teams, is at our back here, kind of pushes forward. One of the feelings I'm getting is again, the Fool card is still ringing in my mind. Take the appropriate risks. The wise fool takes appropriate risks. The foolish fool takes inappropriate risks. It's a very fine line when it comes to the Fool card. It really is. Um, and I've done that. I've been doing that here on YouTube. I've take plenty of appropriate risks. I reprogram my mind because I have paralyzing performance anxiety on camera. You may not know that though. I mean, if you're an expert at body language, you might see maybe I still have 2 or 3% of that still in me that I'm still purging. But most people would have noticed that just a few years ago, you put a camera on me. I'm a deer in a headlight. Yeah, and all that. And it's a lot of time investment of money. But we're about to celebrate 10,000 subscribers on the channel, and it's not the numbers that matter so much; it's the energy and the people. Because you go 10,000 subscribers, that still leaves us a core community of about 100 people, believe it or not. And that's you guys that are here watching this live as a video. They say, well, maybe more like 200 or 250. But that's what really matters. It's like the work, is it helping people? Is it reaching people? Is it making their lives better? Is it helping them to connect more with spirit? Because that helps me. That's the selfish side of what I'm doing. Other than there's a financial benefit when I get my courses online, because then I have an audience, you guys and my other social platforms. So that's one branch of the more selfish side of it, and the other one is more people that are awakened, and if I'm helping people to awaken, the easier it is for me to continue my awakening. The more people that I teach how to manifest their reality to create good things in their lives, the more easier it is for me to do the same thing, because we're a collective. We talk a lot about law of attraction, and we're very quick to remind you, as a collective, we're creating our reality collectively. So we have to understand that when we're creating things personally in our lives, we're still working within a collective field, and we have to be patient with that. And so I think that makes some sense. So anyhow, and I'm just looking at your, yes. I've never really done on camera training, and at some point I might, depending. But thank you for that suggestion. Um, and new apartments in historic areas, but not much, Yeah. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So maybe as things move on, the artisans will become the builders again. It won't be cookie cutter, but buildings will have character again. Anyways, I don't know if that's what you meant. So let me move on. I've got lots more to do here. um, oh, by the way, hi MDR. I didn't say hi to you earlier. Welcome. um, and also MDR, let me know, or let us know if it's okay to let the people here know a process that you're about to undertake. Um, and if so, even if not, we can send you a lot of prayers. Whether you want to let people know or not what's going on. Uh, okay, there we go. So you're okay with that. So let's send MDR lots of prayers. She's about to undergo some surgery soon. And hi MDR and Kate. They say I'm laughing rather than bothered. I like stop choking and swallow. Nope, trashy guy buying all he can lies to see. No. Yep. Yeah, I hear you with the anesthesia. When I had my teeth done, apparently they had to put me under very heavy anesthesia. And always when I'm on anesthesia, it takes days later, start to remember bits and pieces of what happened when I was, with hanging out on the other side while they were working on my body, and it just kind of gives me a lot of anxiety for a while. So I have to use my tools and techniques that I teach you, and it helps. By the way, just for the record, I don't talk or teach anything that I haven't done myself, and found that it's beneficial for myself. So even though I'll quote great teachers like Joe Dispenza and Greg Braden, it's not parroting information that I just hear. It's like, oh, that's shiny and sound good. I'll teach that to you guys. No, it's like I get into the water and learn how to swim. I don't watch videos on how to do the crawl. I do it, and work with the energies and benefit myself, and then then I can be a teacher, right? I can't be a master yet. I'm not quite at that level yet, but I can be a teacher. um Thank you for that. We really honor authenticity here. Also shiny in this world, terribly superficial. Yeah, yes. All right, so this is the Oracle of Isis. I think that's the name of it. Isis Oracle cards. And the one that we got is Pillar of Light. Oh, I like the energy of this already. And the sun is shining behind this pillar, and we have beautiful Egyptian glyphs here. And Descent of the Stars of Isis. Ooh, nice. Good. This Pisces new moon. Again, the new moon forms the template for the 29-day cycle. So what's a template? It's just kind of like a drawing board, right? So that's kind of like the clay that we mold, basically. So know what the clay is it blue clay or green clay? Does it have little sparkles in it? Is it stiff? Is it soft or whatever? And that's your template. That's what's happening exactly on the new moon. That happened at 5 a.m. here in the East Coast. So we just had our new moon. Um, and from there, then you build upon whatever it is that you want to create. So what's a Pisces new moon? Pisces is that kind of nebulous Neptune energy. It's really good for spiritual work. It's not the most action time. It's better for purging. I mean, that's not to say that you're going to be inert for 29 days, but the general focus would go more internal and more in things like meditation and spiritual growth and purging and cleansing and stuff like that. Now, once we hit that eclipse, that's Aries energy. It's also at the solar rule 19-degree point. So we have that Mars and Sun energy coming in. That's going to be a real action, high energy cycle when we get to that. So anyhow, for some reason, this pillar of light got me talking about that. So anyway, there's another message for you. That's why I like to do the divination card to get new messages. On that note, we have Kyle Grays up next with his Divine Master. So which of the Divine Masters should we be working with this week? That is the question. Okie dokie. And this is the card that I was drawn to. You can see Kyle Gray's attractive face in my mind. As I'm doing this, so his energy is very much in these cards. In other words, Hathor, light activation, acceleration, brilliance, stand in your light. Lights become a theme. The pillar of light. Now we have Hathor with the light. So really, they're augmenting the information that I was saying earlier with really working with working with solar energy can burn away toxins too. So work with the sun energy also. Shine your light and brilliance. Another thing that you can do is visualize again the sun's above you. You can even sit out in the sun and do this, or you can gaze into the sun, but please make sure the sun's low on the horizon if you do sun gazing. Don't want anyone getting hurt around here. And just feel like that sun all like being, it's almost like you open your heart, expand your heart, you blend with the solar energy, take that into your heart and just beam that sunlight everywhere you go, basically. I think Hathor is also about the bovines, right? The cows. But that's the message: accelerate brilliance, stand in your light. And since Hathor is coming up this week, as let me just read a word or two about Hathor, because I feel like there's a message I'm not getting. I'll just be blunt. Horus, nope. Hilaria, nope. Hathor, light activation. Hathor, also known as Het-Heru, is the cow goddess of ancient Egypt and the solar goddess who's strongly connected with sky and fertility. We got some aces in the food card. Anybody getting pregnant? Here, Hathor worship dates back to the millennium. So it's easily recognized for you. All right. I think I got the idea. Your message is light joy and success around you now. If you have been going through a dark, challenging time, the clouds are now parting and the light of the sun is shining upon you. This is a time of acceleration and success. You're beginning to build momentum and things starting to move inward. Okay, so we get the idea. That's a good balance to this Pisces energy. We're talking about it being more about purging, letting go, more nebulous and all that stuff. There's still that solar energy. There's still that birth that's happening as well. So, anyways, we've got our totem animals from the Native Americans. So these will be strictly North American animals from the medicine cards. Sometimes I use another deck that will cover the other continents too. I don't want to leave them out, right? But But you notice I'm pretty into Native American. Oh, I don't have my peace pipe here. That's somewhere else right now. But at least I have my Native American decks. All right. Thank you for that. Hawthorne womb energy again, birthing new beginning. That's what actually it's not anybody's getting pregnant. And paws are stone shape. Yeah, this is true. Yeah. Um, beautiful card. Yeah. Things and foundations. Yeah. Yes. Lots of prayers there. All right. Let me hide. Oh, nope. Hide. Hide. Okay. And Anna's saying she's been seeing Hathor a lot lately. Animals have been, and paws and hands, which I love that title. You know, I pause or hands or both. Animals have kept me present and oh yeah. I did my party. And there's a beautiful papillon named Jojo who, at the party that I did last night doing the mediumship. And this dog would come, she'd just sit down next to me, just fall asleep. She just loved the energy of the spirits coming through. It's just wonderful to have animals around. I can't agree more with that. All right. So let me just clear my mind a second. My Native American guys now. All right. And you found the card before. Why did you stop? Oh, Dragonfly. This is very apropos for this Pisces energy because Neptune's also about illusions and delusions. So the energy Dragonfly helps us sort out illusion from reality. And sometimes the illusion is what you see, feel, and touch, and the reality is the dream time. But perhaps a discussion for another time. I also find Dragonfly to be very protective energy too. And one time, years ago, that I was under some pretty heavy psychic attacks, and I was doing some Tai Chi or Qigong. I was doing some energy work, and then my guys came through and said, "Work with the dragonfly." So I saw the dragonflies. It broke the attack. It was I probably using spells because the person's that was doing is a Wicca high priestess, but it totally broke it, and it hit me on a medical level, and within a week I got better. So anyway, a dragonfly breaks illusions, brings visions of power. No need to prove it. Now is the hour. This is a little poem. Know it, believe it. Great Spirit intercedes, feeding you, blessing you, filling all your needs. So anyway, there's something to work with. And dragonflies, if they're standing up, they look a lot like angels, also, right? So it has that very angelic quality as well. Um, and dragonflies, yes, dragonflies, Millie, and needs hook just if my old man can't. Oh, mini line needs yell. Oh yeah. Sometimes it's hard. I remember that I had when I moved back to New York, I'd rescued a cat in Florida, and and where I was staying, there was another cat, and they'd be like fighting, hissing. We did the thing, with the room, let them get used to each other, and they weren't having any part about it. They were like fighting, like pawing at the door at each other, like the closed door, boom, 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 boom. It's like, oh my god, what am I gonna do with you two? And then one night, I just happened to catch these two cats sleeping together. Yeah, with one of their paws on the other, and I'm like, all right, you guys are freaking con artists. You're fine. Okay, you're fine. And then they started playing this game where one cat would have this terrible look on her face, chasing the other cat, from one room to another, and the tails fluffed and everything, and then they would reverse. The other cat would be chasing the cat that was chasing the first one. You can tell I love animals, right? All right, moving right along here. We have our frequency of the week. This is from the Sacred Geometry deck. Year of the Dragon. Good point. Year of the Dragon. And a few. Yeah, it looks like a few of you picked up on that before I did. So I'm glad some of you are awake this morning. Today's leap day, so between leap day and a late event last night, that's why we started at noon. I mean, I needed all that time to come around personally. Wow, a red dragonfly, Millie. That is nice. Yeah. I was in the Orlando area. I'm just addressing this one. I was in the Orlando area, and I moved back to the city in my parents' apartment in New York City in Manhattan, and they had a cat, and I bought the cat, and then it's a long story, but anyhow, yeah, there's a lot of yeah. So yeah, another interesting story. Where I was staying in Florida, we had a cat, and this cat, I mean, I'm pretty good with animal communication, and the cat was telling me, that I need to look under the house. He's like trying to beckon me to go outside and look under the house. So I did, and there's this poor little emaciated cat just shivering under the house. So we brought her in him in actually. We gave him some milk, which I know you're not supposed to do that with cats, but I couldn't think of anything else to try to build the strength of because he wasn't eating. We basically brought this cat to life and brought him to New York City. Basically, is what happened, and we got him neutered and we got him a good home. So it all had a happy ending. Um. So anyhow, so frequency of the week. So it's my other cat that really saved this cat's life because without that, I may not have known that cat might have died under my house. It was really like it was a matter of days, if not hours. So anyway, let me get the cats out of my mind. I need a clear mind. I cannot think. Stop thinking. Telling myself, stop thinking. Okay, we found it. Frequency the weakest Gaia. We've gotten Gaia before. Believe it or not, and for those of you that are doing tarot time with me, you may not believe there's like 40 some odd cards in here because we seem to be picking the same 4 or 5 every week. But let's work with Gaia energy. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed all of us. So recognize we're an Earth community and the earth is the hub of that community. If we really get that, that's what the Native Americans were trying to teach us also. And they at first embraced the European settlers. I had an interesting experience before I even moved up to Woodstock. It was in the 90s. I took my brother up here. We found a field. There was a natural opening. I sat and meditated in the opening. And in my mind, I saw a festival. And it would happen probably 200 years ago, long time ago, basically. And I'm seeing teepees as I'm talking about this. And there were native people, and there were white people, and they were feasting and they were dancing. The children were getting along. And I knew that they were Dutch. I did some research in this area. Everything, all the rivers are called kills, which is, I think, Dutch for river. But I didn't know that. I did some research. I knew that they were Dutch. They showed me the bear and the corn were like the two big totems. But of course, when I had this vision, I almost shut it off because in my monkey mind, I was saying, wait a second. Native people and white people didn't get along. They gave the native people smallpox. They did that and the other thing. And they were just happy, celebrating, sharing. The Native Americans were teaching the settlers, how to survive in this harsh climate. And in Europe, they don't go like 20 below zero like it does in upstate New York. I mean, it used to go to 20 below zero up here anyway. And so it's a really, really good experience. And it's just a reminder that we're all children of Mother Earth, basically, and that what we see here in history is very selective, and it's not necessarily what happened because the common people, they wanted to get along and help each other. It's just those few bad apples, they get all the pages in the history books, basically. Um, and everything. So that's the frequency of Gaia. You can capture that just by gazing in the center of the card and transfixing on it. Transfixing mean you fixate on one thing to enter into a trance state. and then things tend to go fuzzy, and then you start to see colors or spirits or start to connect more with energy that way. This is about Mother Earth. So remember, do your groundings also. Do your earthing, your grounding, be a tree, plant roots deep roots. Like the birch trees have deep roots, so they survive the storms. The white pines have shallow roots; they blow over in the storms. We're programmed to have very shallow roots, so the storms of society blow us over very easily. It's the fear mongering machine of the media, the greed mongering machine of the corporations and the governments, so forth and so on. So if we dig our roots deep, then none of this stuff is going to blow us over. We are going to go through a storm, but after storms, what do storms do? They cleanse, right? And it's a necessary part of nature. So we're going through a storm now, but once the storm's over, the sun comes out again. And we want to be standing. We don't want to be blown over by the storm. So grounding, work with Gaia. That's the message. Oh, last but not least, we have angel cards too. From Doreen Virtue, messages from the angels. I'm just glad to hear your comments, and thank you for being so active and sharing your knowledge and experiences with us. We do appreciate you. All right, here we go, and we got Teresa. Either way, when there's no H, it could be Teresa also. Time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. So I think this is just a gentle reminder from the angelic realm to make sure that we're taking care of our own needs first and foremost. And it's not selfish to take care of your own needs when it comes to being stronger, healthier, and whatever. So again, the old metaphor, you go on an airplane, that tell you before you secure your child's airbag, secure your airbag first. On the theories, you're not going to do your child much good if you're dead, basically. So take care of your own needs first. All right, I think we're good. Tonight at 7, we're doing the transmissions. I work with a group called the Master Teachers. They work through my energetic fields as we join in a meditation. Those guides can start to access you and work with your energy fields for whatever you need. A lot of this is going to be helping to clear for new beginnings. And then if Heather's well enough, she's going to do her healing transmission. All right. Love you guys. And I'll leave some information on the comments rather than have a long list of advertisements at the end. When this becomes a video, if you're interested in our retreat that's coming up in the summer, and we have a week to get the early bird price, or the Clear the Crap workshop that's happening Thursday 7 to 9, I'm going to leave more information on that for you guys. So love you. See some of you at 7 maybe Eastern time, and catch you later. Good night.